There was some scandal about him posting something, and then the caption, because there was a picture he posted which was unclear or something, and then he said it was because of bad internet, and then a bunch of people took offense to that. 'Cause- Yo, what's up, and welcome to episode 36 of the 30% podcast, hosted by myself, Afam, and my co-host, Jedediah.
Yeah.
Hi, Jedediah.
Just no. 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 Yeah, that's wild. I don't want to start there, but why would you put my whole government name on the whole thing? Oh,
Everyone
gosh.
knows my whole government name is Afamefuna. Yeah, it's me.
No.
Even me, I'm out there.
Wait, do you have
Jedediah?
Do you have yo, relax. Do you have a middle name?
Yeah, Gitura.
Oh, all right. Okay.
All my names are African.
What
Jedediah.
What are you trying to say?
Hi, Jedediah. How are you today?
Farms. Let's not do that.
Okay,
right,
fine.
Let's breeze
fine.
past it.
Okay, fine. I
Jed.
will not do that anymore. Okay, fine.
I'm not ashamed.
Jed, how are you doing?
Jed. Okay, you know what? That's so lame. That's the lamest thing I've heard. Fam, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It's been a rough past.
Oh, bro.
It's been a rough past one day.
Your producer name should have been the Jedi.
Believe me, at one point it was.
No, do not mention the fact. Oh my God, Sam.
At one point it was back in high school, and I was still trying to figure this thing.
Oh my God.
I've had a myriad of names. A myriad. I don't even know if that's the right word.
You called yourself the Jedi. Although that's kind of hard, though. It's kind of hard. It's corny, yes. It's very
it's only hard when your
nerdy.
beats are fire. My beats are on fire then. So.
Ooh, Jedi. Jedi made this beat. I am. How does what's his name?
Oh jeez.
This small guy, the alien.
Yoda.
Yoda. Yeah, how does he speak? Jedi, I am Sam.
Speak, he does.
You know what?
Can we please? This is not compelling content.
Anyway, sorry, Sam, also known as Jed. How are you doing?
I'm tired, exhausted. I've had a very busy past one day. And
I can imagine.
I can
imagine.
Uneventful week for the most part. I was just working, editing other podcasts, betraying this one. But yeah, it's been chill. Saturday was interesting. Woke up to my phone getting blown up, but yeah, it's cool. They put my whole government name on the thing.
That's
how's your week been?
Yeah, mine has been pretty interesting as well. a lot of stuff happened this week. Yeah, but what? Anyway, did I make music? I made a bunch of music.
The podcast of the unsaid.
Yeah.
We shall not say really what we're talking about podcast, because
which is not great. Okay. Yeah. I recorded a bunch of music.
Yeah.
Did a bunch of mixing. Did I record any artists per se? No, not really. No, I don't think so. But did a bunch of mixing, and yeah. I'm pretty much swamped with stuff to mix, bro. Like, oh my God, I have so many things to deliver in terms of mixing. It's actually kind of stressing me out.
This is the work part of creativity, when you have to work.
Yeah, you actually have to put in the work. But aside from that, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm happy that Premier League has started.
Arsenal won their first game.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
Yes, we did. Of course, we did.
Of
We
course,
won
yeah.
the first
You guys are
game.
getting cocky now because last week, last semester, last what do you call it? The last league that just ended. If you guys finish below fourth, I will
Let's see.
laugh. I will laugh in your face, Afam. I shall
I'll remember this. I'll
mock you.
remember this
I will
conversation.
mock you. I'll cut this up as a sound clip and just send it to you every single day, every day. Anyway.
But yeah, actually, I forgot to mention, I was invited very graciously,
Yeah.
to talk, about being an A&R, which is artist and repertoire. And I was invited by the African Music Library. They were very kind enough to have me on their panel. I was joined by a George and Olumide, and yeah, we just talked about just being an A&R. Shout out to just everybody involved. Sean for reaching out to me and having me on their platform.
How did he find you?
The moderate through LinkedIn, bro. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. He said, so he DMs me. Actually, he DM'd me on the day we went for our quiz night. So it was around that time.
Okay.
And then he said, we'd like to have you on a Twitter space where we talk about being an A&R in the African industry. And I was like, oh, that's cool. How did you find me? And he said, yeah, through LinkedIn. And I was like, that's random but interesting. And yeah, man, African Music Library are based in Nigeria.
Yep.
And
how did you feel being in the midst of your countrymen and sounding completely different?
It was cool, man. It was cool to be just talking to Nigerians about music and hearing what they had to say, man. Like this guy, like I don't know, it was just interesting to hear their perspectives and it was nerve-wracking a little bit because I was just like, I don't know if I'm saying the right things.
Yeah.
But it was successful, I think. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what I did, and that was Friday.
That was fire, though. That was fire. Some good knowledge. Do they save Twitter Spaces? I don't even know.
They do. I have it saved, man.
Okay,
I have
nice.
it saved. It was a 2-hour conversation, man. It was so it was kind of long, but yeah, they do.
Ah, cool.
So yeah, shout out to the guys at AML.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to them. Aside from that, I guess we can. What do you want to talk about, Sam? What?
Oh man, what do I? You know what? I don't know. I don't think there's much to talk about actually.
It's been a very slow news week.
Very slow, terribly slow. Honestly, slow. It's scouring for content here and there. Nothing comes to mind.
You know what we can talk about? We can talk about a lawsuit.
Oh man!
And there is a lawsuit that was really very interesting, and I think it's something that we cannot absolutely skip. And this is the lawsuit that was won by Kenyan rapper Bamboo. He won a lawsuit, an IP lawsuit. I don't know why you're laughing, Sam.
That was
I'm very serious right now.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. So it's been reported that Kenyan media is reporting that pioneering Kenyan rapper Bamboo has been awarded 4.5 million Kenya shillings,
which isn't much in dollars,
which equates to $32,000 after winning an 8-year intellectual property lawsuit against telco giant Safaricom and 2 premium rate service providers, Bensoft Interactive and MTech Communications Limited. Now, apparently, he had. According to the reports, Bamboo filed a civil suit in late 2015, accusing the 3 organizations for using 3 of his songs without consent and failing to pay him his dues. The tracks in questions are Mama Africa, Yes Indeed, and Move On, featuring Camp Mula. So apparently they used the songs for Skiza tunes and all that type of stuff, and we know there's a lot of money being generated on that platform. And yeah, they kind of settled on paying him 1.5 million Kenya shillings per song.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about this whole situation? Because just briefly, for me, I feel like 8 years,
8 years is a long time.
company like it's
Yeah.
a long company. I mean, it's a long time. A huge company like Safaricom, and I don't know too much about Bensoft and MTech,
Yeah.
but to pay for 8 years for a suit, and then it ends in them paying $32,000.
It does seem kind of low,
For
doesn't
these
it?
guys, it's nothing. Huh?
Yeah, it seems kind of low.
It's kind of low, and I feel like for them, it's like, yeah, we made you wait 8 years to pay you $32,000. But anyway, it's a win. It's a win. It's
still a win,
and
though.
hopefully
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, and hopefully
So
this can kind of like.
But that was 8 years ago. I'm like, it's really weird that Safaricom is doing that. Listen, people are out here just using people's songs and not. It's nasty. The outside is just gross. Outside is gross.
Yeah, it is.
People need to stop it.
And it's
Stop
unfortunate,
it.
but I feel like people are getting more education, and by people I mean just like even the general public is beginning to see that,
it's not really what it seems.
Yeah, and also artists themselves are beginning to understand their value and understanding that this, I own this music and I own this music in this way, like, and this is what I'm supposed to be compensated with. Because, back in the day, you might just be, in this article, I think it said that he had been paid. Yeah, it says, the two PRSPs reportedly argued that they had been authorized by MCSK to supply the aforementioned songs to Skizatunes. However, the MCSK admitted to making a mistake when Bamboo had raised the matter and paid him $600,000 for Mama African. Yes, indeed. Now, like previously, somebody might go, "Oh yeah, they paid me $600,000. Like we're good." No, but we're not.
No.
You know what I mean? So I feel like now people are beginning to understand like the value that you have in the music is just way more than even being paid up front for something.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. It is something that we need to work on in the industry. Is just ensuring that you just go about the systems that are there the right way. Like, I know they need to be worked on more and built more, but then there's some systems there. Let's use them. Let's use them. You can't do this kind of thing. If you try this in the West, bro, they'll sue you for like $1 million. These guys don't care. They're like, fine, you decided to go this route even though you know what you're doing is wrong. Cool. We're going to make you pay.
I know.
But yeah, it's that
$32,000 in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
is
that's
man.
light work for them. But anyway, pay creatives, man. Pay your creatives. Stop.
Yeah. Pay your creatives, bro. Pay your creatives.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was that, and then I don't know. Have you been paying attention to this whole Fabolous situation? I mean, him coming to perform and everything.
Who? Fabolous? The rapper?
Yeah.
No, clearly I haven't. He's coming to perform here.
He already did.
Oh. Oh dang! When was that?
That on Friday, visiting American rapper Fabolous, real name, wow, he's called John David Jackson.
He's called John.
Yeah, apparently
John.
John David for that matter.
Oh man, 2 first names.
Yeah, so he was performing at Skate City at Diamond Plaza, and this was on Friday. Apparently, he had like his luggage was misplaced when he was, transiting in Amsterdam. So he probably used, when he was traveling in Amsterdam, and so etc. There was some scandal about him posting something, and then the caption, because there was a picture he posted which was unclear or something, and then he said it was because of bad internet. And then a bunch of people took offense to that.
Oh, that's hilarious to me. That's so funny. Anyway,
what's funny, please? What's funny?
That's hilarious. He might be right.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. He blamed his poor photo quality on Essentially, he blamed it on the Wi-Fi and because he's in Africa. And
man.
I'm
We have
telling you,
good internet in Africa. Guys need to relax. We have decent internet.
Kenyans
They didn't.
were not happy with this, man.
Yeah.
They were not happy.
Kenyans know how to gang up against people when they might be telling the truth. Not say Kenyans because that sounds bad coming from a Nigerian, and Lord knows I've been made to feel like a Nigerian this week. Bro, let me be honest with you. I've never felt more of a foreigner than I have this week. I've never felt. I went online and I was like, eh. I thought I was one of y'all.
Really, I was saying, somebody in the comments was like, but it is disrespectful. You did point out being in Africa as to the reason why the pictures looked bad. What the hell are we supposed to deduce from that? Besides it being such an ignorant statement that tech doesn't work like that, it points to the attitude you all have towards Africans and Africa as a whole. You visit America as a black person from Africa and you expect to find camaraderie in the African Americans there, and more than often they will be the ones asking you the most ignorant questions. I can attest to this. It's actually kind of true. Anyway, in brackets, the person says, whether in a bid to show you they are somehow better off, I don't know. Way more than even the white people whom you'd expect to be asking the damn questions, but are surprisingly more enlightened. Just do better, man. And then Fabolous recanted this whole situation by saying, y'all literally trolled a joke about me not being where I was in the pic and stating where I was currently. I'm sure the Android comment was a joke and so was the response. How y'all spin that into me being disrespectful is beyond me. I guess that what I get for trying to show love, I think he meant to say, I guess that's what I get for trying to show love and respond to comments. I've been shown nothing.
How is that love though? How is that him showing love?
I know. He's like, I've been shown nothing but love and shown nothing but love back during my stay in Africa. Also, this English is not anyway,
so our Wi-Fi is bad. So his English is bad also. So, at least we have English going for us.
I'm really struggling here, but okay. So he says, and shown nothing but love back during my stay in Africa. So this seems like nothing but internet trolling and some people taking offense based on someone motivating them to. Bad Wi-Fi or bad phone service can be anywhere, not just subject to Africa. So how he's saying I have bad service, disrespect, especially
he needs to chill.
In response to a joke said
I'm not
to
buying
me.
that.
Always love and then African flag. I mean Kenyan flag.
Take that flag off. I'm not buying that. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. He know what he did. He knows what he did, and then now he's trying to backpedal, and he's trying to gaslight Africans after saying we have bad Wi-Fi, which sometimes we do.
It was pretty gaslighty, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, what did you think?
Why is it that when these artists usually come, a lot of them just end up having some sort of controversy? Do you think it's planned?
Nah, I don't think this one was planned, but there is a lot of ignorance when these people come. Them always referring to Africa as Africa when they're here. Like, you're in Kenya. Yes, sure, you're in Africa, but it's like if you go to France and you're like, oh, yeah, by there I'm in Europe. Or you just go to somewhere, like, you just say, I'm in France. I'm in England. I'm in Croatia.
Yeah.
You know what
Africa
I mean?
Is
like,
not one
I don't know
joint.
why they're always like...
Or is it because they just see so much unity in us?
No, don't give them a plea. You're giving them, you're copying them a plea. Nah, they need to be more...
yeah, educated. It's kind of corny. Like, just pull up a geography map. At least Google the country you're in. Just
at least. What was your question?
Oh, what is the weirdest things you've been told as from a black person by a black person rather?
Like when I was out in the States.
Yeah, out in the wild west.
I can't remember anything in specific.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember any specific things, but what I can speak to is, you go to America and you think that because you're Black, you will find community within the
Mm.
African American community,
Yeah.
which more often than not you don't, just because I think we're just very culturally different.
Yeah.
And like, even when I was like in school and stuff, like you'd kind of notice, like, if you're like the African students kind of like banded together, and the African Americans also did their own thing.
Yeah.
Sure, with there'd be community, like, in certain like instances,
Mm.
but for the most part, like, I don't know, like, the integration isn't really there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's unfortunate because we are the same people, but yeah, I don't know. That's I can only speak to my experience,
Oh.
and that's just how
Oh, that's cool.
shit played out.
That's cool. That's
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fabulous. I don't know how the performance was.
Was that a double entendre,
But
or do you?
oh, I didn't. I'm not that smart. Sorry,
Oh,
but I see what you're saying.
ee.
Somebody did this. Remember when he was like,
So-
somebody did this?
Oh, no one knows what we're talking about. All right.
I should have. You know how when, you know how media outlets,
Yeah.
when they wanna like spin something, or like they wanna like, instead of referring to him as Fabulous, they'd be like, oh, the artist known for the line, I call it Suicide, flew into the country. You know his line about, like, I call it what song is it in? Hold on, let me.
Suicide.
Everybody killed him for the Suicide line. Which song was that? Suicide, Fabulous. Which song was that? You Be Killing Them.
Oh. Ba, 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 da, da, ba, 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 ba.
Her feet are killing her. I call it Suicide.
Oh.
And then everybody was killing him for that shit. And yeah, so now we should have been like, yeah, the Suicide,
The Suicide line creator.
Yeah.
Now
This
cool.
is Kenyan music, Kenya and Africa in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully his performance is good. I really don't know.
Mhm.
What else?
In other news,
Sam, what else? Yeah, what
in
else?
other news,
happened?
just briefly, people are running. So we thought streaming farms were a problem. People are running whole internet service providers out of Thika, which is amazing to hear. Honestly, it's kind of impressive. Whole internet service providers in Nairobi and Thika, but it was shut down. So by the anti-piracy lobby group. Oh no, the anti-piracy lobby group commended the police and Kekobo for shutting down illegal internet. What does that even mean? Illegal internet. So basically what they're doing, I mean, they're providing service to
yes,
I guess neighboring people and taking money out of other ISP, like legal ISP's pockets. So that was happening. Of course,
they say that they were losing $1.7 million per day,
which is
piracy in
ridiculous.
Kenya amounts to losses of that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's good. That's happy.
I wouldn't know. I've never pirated anything in my life, so you know, blessings to everyone involved. So
Afam, you know your words will be used against you in a court of law.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm saying I haven't. Anyway,
this is bad. Moving on swiftly, but shout out to the police and Nini for shutting that down.
Mike's.
I wish you guys would
partner-
use the same vigor you do to shut down illegal activities that's stealing your money to make sure that artists are not being stolen from. But all right, continue.
No, this was your story, so you continue.
No, I'm dead. That's the story. Those people who are stealing, they got caught, and now we just have to find the rest of them who are stealing. It's really weird though. It's interesting. I like to know how that works, obviously, not because I'm interested in perpetrating this offense, this vile offense. But
Yeah.
how are they doing that anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, bro, honestly, in terms of news, I haven't really there's nothing really that caught there's nothing that really caught my eye like that. Oh, there is African Music Magazine Awards 2023. The Afrimas have been announced
Yep.
ahead of the award ceremony. I mean, they're gonna be held on 17th September in Texas, US. There are a few Kenyan names that have been nominated. So if you look at best, oh man, best male East Africa, we have Bien and Yashinsky. And then best female artist in East Africa, we have we have Fena.
Hey.
And we also have, oh man,
Who?
okay, we have Nadia Mukami and we have Nikita Kering.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about. But I think Fena, yes. Nadia, yes.
Okay.
Don't know about Nikita Kering, but you know what? Shout out to everybody. Actually, I want anybody Kenyan to win. I am, yeah. So shout out to them.
The almighty cop out.
Aside the almighty one. Aside from that, Kenya really doesn't feature on anything else because, like, best newcomer, a bunch of other countries, crossing boundaries with music. About like Kenya was very, very was really not nominated. Oh, I see us again in best live act, Sauti Sol.
Okay.
That's all. Best female rap act, they put Femi One from that's
okay. That's
Kenyan
cool. She's good. She's fire. She's dope. She's dope.
I don't see any other Kenyans being nominated here, bro. Like Sam, what's
maybe that's an
happening
indicator
or
of
what's not
that's an
happening?
indicator of how much work we need to do. Honestly,
Best African DJ, DJ Shinsky is nominated, so that's not bad.
okay.
But yeah, in general, Kenya has very little nominations, bro. And best African group, Sauti Sol, of course, is nominated. But that's it, Sam. That's it, bro. Like Kenya got very few nominations in general, bro.
Yeah.
Best Afrima album of the year, Davido Timeless, aka Mas Country, Amare Fountain Baby, Fatumata Diawara London Ko, Stoneboy Fifth Dimension, Ashake Work of Art, Nomfundo Mo Kobo, and Omale Boy Alone.
Ule.
Bruh. Wow.
Yeah, Kenya needs to. But there's promise. There's promise for sure. There's promise. We just have to get it together and push. But there is promise. Yeah.
Aside from that, bro, I didn't really have new. Maybe we can just talk about new music.
Let's get into new music. New.
This is a very brief podcast.
Hey, what do you want from us? What do you want from us? Rumbi continues his run of releasing music. I think he released a remix. He's been releasing consistently, so shout out to him. He released Just Another She, featuring Basic City and let me get this name right. Monique Berger and the I should have done this better. The Wrath of Sponge. This is a really interesting. I'm rocking with that name heavy. The Wrath of Sponge.
Yeah.
The Wrath of Sponge. That's creative. I love that. So yeah, he dropped sorry. Chef Barry and I think this is Ugandan. It's Ugandan music. Chef Barry and how do you pronounce the second name? Maui Moon?
Yeah, Maui Moon.
Maui Moon, yeah. They dropped another song. An Afrobeat scorcher, an Afrobeat heater called Sweat. That's cool. Masauti dropped Bang Bang. Is that? Oh no! Before that, let's do Alicia Popat and Katochange. Katochange, do you know about Katochange? He's a guitarist. very, very
Yes.
good guitarist. Yeah. So the job that's pretty fire. I like he has like a very cool, unique Afro style. It's very interesting to listen to. And Alicia Popat she's a singer. I think she's from Kenya, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, that's cool. Bang Bang by Masauti. Yeah. Oroboto, who this is a collab I didn't see coming, if I'm honest with you. And Trio Mio dropped a song called Vibes. Did you listen to that?
Yeah, was it vibey?
It was hype. It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Let me see. What else?
Our girl Sofiya Nzau is going down the Id Aziz route.
It does this blueprint, yeah.
I think it's fire though. I think it's a fire like strategy.
It's a low effort way of honestly getting.
Well, it's not low effort. It's high effort because like you have to make the vocals, right? Like you have to actually like write good music.
Well, yeah.
But then after that, you just send it out. It's not low effort, to be fair.
Okay, probably.
Because you have to send, because look, you have to have the connection, the networks to send it out to all these DJs and people who do all this EDM, different sounds, etc.
Yeah. But I feel like once you make your name, they just start reaching out to you, and it becomes it flips.
Then it flips. Like now. Like now you just become like the template, like Id Aziz. Like whenever anybody's looking for, I need African vocals on this EDM track, you know who you're looking for.
Yeah.
And I think Sofiya Nzau is putting herself in that position, which, by the way, power to her, man, because she's been killing it. I think this has been a really good year for her music-wise.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we've played her on the pod before, so we really, really like what Sofiya is doing. Sofiya Nzau. So there was also, who else did I listen to? Well, she released 2 songs. So Simama by her and Clan, and then my personal favorite of the 2 was Oroboto featuring Blaq, Jerzee and Sofiya Nzau.
Yeah,
I think that one was really fire.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else came out? Kitu Iko, Boy Lee, BMV, Gooks, and Ninja Racy.
Yeah.
E.T. That came out. Stay Dangerous by Nafario. Am I saying that right? I think so. And LB, El Presidente.
Yeah.
And BY The Don. That came out. Dahuyanza by Tyne and Charisma. I actually liked it. Me personally, I enjoyed listening to that.
It was cool.
Okay.
It was cool.
Moving.
It was cool. I don't know. What do you want me to say? It was cool. I mean, it was all right. I guess it wasn't for me. Let me take that cop out.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
It wasn't for me.
There was Fuzzy Feelings by Josh, Andia, and Mali. I think that was a pretty good song. I really enjoyed that. And Sometimes by Mevin Obiero. And then our boy Sabi Wu dropped an album, Freedom. And I wanted to talk about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the creative direction that he took. First of all, I really like the artwork. I think the artwork is just aesthetically pleasing. I like the grading on it. I actually really like it. Like, he looked like he really leaned into this whole shtick of this whole freedom concept. And the first song on the album is Mungiki Freestyle.
Yeah, and the last song is Manda Mano Reading. It's just like, well, at least he thought about it, which is good. Like, that's something that we really need more when you're putting together an album.
And we've been complaining. We've been like, people need better creative
direction.
What do you call it? Creative direction and production when it comes to releasing of their music. I think this is dope. He leaned into this whole thing.
Yeah.
And even the pictures and how he's been rolling it out, and even when you listen to the music and you look at the transitions and everything, like you can hear like it's a whole bunch of African percussions and drums and stuff like that. Like he's really trying to do something here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me
cool.
see. Yeah, so I think Sabiwu is, bro, honestly, if you ask me, I think Sabiwu is really, really gonna be somebody for the future. You know, I think he's very intentional with his releases and his drops and everything. I think he has the vision. He really does have a vision for his music, and he's really generated like a fan base of his own, and it's like they ride for him. You know what I mean? They fuck with his music, and
that's fire.
Yo, bro is making moves.
Keep it up.
No, for real. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, I like the song. Well, me personally, I like the song he has with Jerzee. I think it's fire. I think in general though, my main like critique of the album could just be like in terms of like just the mixing.
Okay.
I feel like the mixing had like his like a lot of his like vocal tone is lost by them kind of like choosing to like EQ out like
a lot of the lows,
bunch of the lows and stuff. Like it's a very high end mix.
You don't think it helped? It hurt the vibe, I guess. Not vibe, but I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Like,
no, it just it hurt the quality of the music.
Okay,
just in the sense that I feel like, yeah, it's just I feel like he has a very dope vocal sound. Like and we lose a lot of that when you decide to like, you know, but that aside, that's just like a mixing thing. That aside, when it comes to the content and just what he's trying to do, I think that's solid.
Yeah.
And I think he's an artist who is growing into himself.
Yes.
And
for sure.
I think we can only expect this. We can only expect him to improve and do way better. And already, this is bro. He always has, even his last project, Bed of Roses, man. He always has like a creative direction for his stuff, and it's dope.
It's
cool. Honestly quite dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. What are we playing? What do we play for the people? What do we put the people onto?
Wow, this is a really short. It's a really short podcast. Yeah, I'm thinking we should play Oroboto by Sofiya and Nzau, and I wanna get this correct. And Blaq Jerzee. So yeah, here's Oroboto by Blaq Jerzee and Sofiya and Nzau. So that was Oroboto by Blaq, Jerzee, and Sofiya Nzau. I just wanted to say, bro. What did I want to say? Do you get that when you want to say something and then
it disappears?
You completely have a
Yep.
brain fart?
Yep. That's
Oh my
one of the
goodness.
scariest. There's a point in my life where that started happening a lot. I thought I was going through something major. But the memory came back. It's scary though.
Oh yeah, you're an overthinker. Yeah. You start thinking you're
Hey,
having like a huge medical crisis.
Start throwing random things out. Stroke, diabetes. It's like, just calm down.
Oh yeah, that's me. Me, I panic about that type of stuff. Even nowadays, I don't even Google symptoms because it's just not great. It's
Googling symptoms is not great. It's not the best thing to do.
I would not advise. I'd much rather just get it from a clinical professional. But yeah, I mean, today's pod has been very brief. There's a lot we wish we could talk about, but maybe I all I could say is kind of like, I'm sure if you are following the podcast, like, you can recognize like the names. And I mean, well, maybe Sam can speak for himself. All I could say is, like, I know a lot there's a lot that needs to be said.
Yeah.
But obviously, where it's
it's not. Yeah, rather keep it quiet until the right time is permitted to talk about it. But it's conversations that need to be had, obviously.
For sure.
And pay your creatives, please. Thank you.
Yeah. And bro, this is a podcast where, I mean, we started it because we want to give further insight into the music industry and kind of use the little education we have on, why am I being modest? Just use the education we have on the music industry and kind of disseminate that. And that's what we stand for, just knowledge about music publishing, what goes behind the scenes with,
the business behind music, everything,
the business behind music, and even how we curate the people that we interview and all that type of stuff. That's kind of the niche that we try and occupy. And obviously, with the primary like reason why we named our podcast what we named it, having more Kenyan music being played and championing more Kenyan music.
Yes.
It's
locally and abroad.
And abroad. Yeah, it's for the creatives, So, I mean, yes, obviously we know there's a huge elephant in the room, but I mean, everything will be able, Sam will be able to, I don't know.
Yeah, when the time is right, I guess we'll discuss
for
that.
Sure.
Exclusive coming soon, but
yeah,
that's cool.
But what was I gonna say? Guys, thank you guys so much for listening. This is a very brief podcast, but you can listen to us on Spotify,
everywhere,
on Google Podcasts,
everywhere,
on Apple Podcasts,
everywhere,
and well, we're not everywhere. And YouTube,
where everywhere those three places are, those three DSPs are.
Everywhere those three DSPs are. And also you can find us on Instagram, on Threads, on Twitter, on TikTok, on which other social media platform are we on?
And
LinkedIn. And
yes.
It's just simply at the 30% pod on all of those.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And guys, listen. Thank you guys so much for listening. I haven't done this in a while, but if you are somebody who curates music on one of those radio stations, I haven't forgotten about you. I haven't done this since like the first 10 episodes, but I haven't forgotten about you. More music, please. That's Kenyan.
Sure.
And yes, enjoy y'all's
week.
And I'll see you guys on episode 37.